Hey, Bolo buddies. Thanks for watching. Welcome in, everybody. I am here to share with you some big money bolos, items to be on the lookout for, items that you can hopefully buy low and sell high. But I'm going to tell you what, there are some knock your socks off bolos in this video. So in my Bolo Buddies Facebook group, this is what it looks like. And come on over, join it. There's a link down below under my link tree. It's free to join. It's a resource for resellers to get to know other resellers and learn about things that you can buy high or buy low and sell high. And at the top of the group, there is a post that says share your best bolo, and it'll say whatever month it is. So if you go there and share, I will feature your bolo in a video just like this. So we're going to start with the first one here. And it is, he said he paid $5 for it, sold it for $69.99. There were none sold, so he listed it half price of what another person got. He said, I am blessed for my business. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. If you see this staple gun, list it high and let it sell. So it's a Buckaroo's G-26 tacker. Paid $5 and sold it for $69.99. All right. And here is his eBay store. So you guys can see the eBay stores here. If you mention your eBay store, your other places you sell. So you could say, I could say, I'm Bolo Buddies on Whatnot. Come see me over there in my post. And then I would say that. So if you guys sell on Whatnot, definitely put that there. If you have a YouTube channel, if you're on Instagram, whatever you're wanting to get more people, more eyes on. Okay. So if you're not on Whatnot, I'm going to plug right now. Come on over. It is so fun. I mostly sell jewelry over there, but I do low starts and you guys can come hang out. It's a live show. You can talk on the chat. No pressure to buy. Lots of people buying to resell over there. In another video I just did, I sold something that I bought on Whatnot. I sold it for $170 on Poshmark, and I believe I paid $7 for it. Probably $7 plus some shipping. Usually I buy more than one thing so that, you know, basically right now it's $9.21 for flat rate, and that's what most jewelry sellers do. So if you get 10 items and you divide the $9.21 out, you know, it's pretty cheap for you to ship the items. So anyway, long story short, $170 I sold this item for, and I believe I paid about $7 for it. So check out my other video and you'll see it on there. And if you want to join Whatnot, you can use my referral link. It's down below. You'll get $15 to shop if you use that. And I told you guys it was on Poshmark that I sold it. I had it on Mercari, Poshmark, and eBay, and it sold fastest on Poshmark. So definitely cross-posting gets more eyes on your items. So I use List Perfectly. I do have some tutorials of how I use List Perfectly down below, and I do have a referral link for that as well. You can get 30% off your first month with coupon referral code BOLOBuddies and the link below. But definitely watch the videos because it's more than just cross-posting. So oh my gosh, they have developed so many new features for List Perfectly. So if you guys haven't checked it out recently, watch those videos of mine down in the description. And if it's a good fit, check it out. All right, this is a Busilla Christmas Needlecraft. It says, I love how craft kits sell. Bought this weekend for $2, more than I usually will pay. Sold today for $125. Yes, if you guys are not looking in the craft section, you definitely want to do that. Also, advent calendars, very, very popular. Lots of them are bolos. If you search advent calendar, high to low, one that you're going to see at the top is the Avon advent calendar. So look that up. If you don't know what it looks like, get familiar with it. I've probably found between 3 and 5 of them, and they always sell really well. All right, this one says, I found this figurine at a garage sale while visiting a friend. I bought a few small things and I don't remember the exact price, but it was probably around $5. I packed it up in my suitcase and listed for $149.99, received an offer of $125 within a few hours and accepted it. It is a Kathy Wolfart. It sounded like I said something else, didn't it? I don't know how to say that. Kinder Traum Children's Dreams Chestnuts for sale. Maybe chestnuts for sale. I don't know, guys. But anyway, it's a bolo. Be on the lookout. Here's the next one. This is a Ralph Lauren jacket. And I believe, let's see, the jacket is part of a collection that goes with the Polo Bears. It's hold on. It's right here. Look, it's got the tag here. Created. It goes for a Stife teddy bear. There it is. Stife. Each polar bear character is a replica of the 1909 Stife teddy bear. Okay, I'm not really sure, but it's a Bolo for sure. She sold this for $70 on Mercari. Again, you guys, get your items cross-posted. More eyes. She said, I was just leaving an estate sale when I noticed a toy box on the porch. There was this little wool coat and 2 sweaters. The lady said she wasn't allowed to sell them, so she just gave them to me. Of course, I'd already bought other items. It was for the Ralph Lauren teddy bear. It sold 30 minutes after I posted it. She is Red Ruler Vintage on Etsy and Red Ruler on Mercari. Wow. 30 minutes. Ooh, that might have been a good eBay. eBay, what do you call it? Oh, goodness. Auction. eBay auction. Okay, check this out, you guys. Do you see this coat? Is this the same coat? Okay, that is really weird. These are 2 different sellers. Wait, did she post this on her post? I'm so confused. She may have posted this on her post. Okay, hold on. Let me read on. Let me read what they wrote. Great find and great sale. Okay, so this gal is posting on the other post. Great find and great sale. I found one of the Stife Ralph Lauren bears back in 2021 and it sold overnight for my full list price. Still one of my favorite finds ever. Here it is, guys. This is what the bear looks like with the jacket. Oh my goodness, $589.99. So the person that has the bear probably needs the coat, right? How cool is that? Whoa, that's awesome. Okay, here's the next one. Oh, look at this. Vintage 1970s Las Vegas club set of 22 sealed card decks, Casino Gamblers, Nevada. So is there 22 of them? Is that what they're saying? Or is there 2 packs? Set of 22. That's kind of confusing. Set of 22. Let me see. This listing is for a set of 22 decks of cards. The decks are, okay, 11 sealed decks of red and 11 sealed decks of blue. Okay, so I think, and this is just my feedback, I'm not by any means an expert, nor am I saying I'm correct, because they sold this for $350 plus shipping. But I would have liked to have seen as a buyer a picture of like the stack. You know what I mean? Because I'm seeing this and it looks like 2 to me. So, but I'm just weird like that. I want to see them all. So it says I purchased 23 decks of cards. It was listed as only 12 and 2 vintage slide rulers for about 52. I made a deal to sell 11 sets of cards for $350 plus shipping about 30 minutes after they were listed. 5 little ducks resale. So now I'm confused. It was listed as only 12. Oh, okay. So that was on where they bought it. I made the deal to sell 11 sets of cards for $350. 11 sets. Okay, I'm still confused. This says 22 sets, and this says 11 sets. Maybe 11 of each. Oh, maybe. Okay, so they're saying 11 sets total, like of the 2. I don't know. That's kind of confusing. Or maybe I'm just confused. Maybe I'm struggling with this one. Okay. Anyway, Blossom Bucket Susie Skogland kitty cats on sewing basket figurine trinket box. Purchased at a local restore for $2. Sold in 3 minutes flat for full asking price of $44. Looks like it's going overseas based on the address. Buyer also messaged me prior to payment to see if I had any more listings. Store is picking for peanuts. Picking for peanuts. Look at that. $44. Look at the cute little kitties. New Microsoft Natural Keyboard Elite. Purchased this keyboard from an estate sale for $10, sold for $225, free shipping. Thanks for the shout out. I love your videos. eBay store is 5 little ducks resale. Thank you so much for sharing. Awesome bolos. Awesome. How many of you guys would have walked past it? Look it up. All right, here we go. Now, this is not a big money bolo, but here's what I'm going to tell you about it. Let me read what she wrote first. Vintage Spice of Life pattern. Echo EKCO, I think that's how you say it. USA nylon slotted serving spoon. This was a Goodwill outlet pickup. My cost was approximately 16 cents. Sold in 2 days for $9.99 on eBay. The Lost Closet 12 on eBay and YouTube. Thanks for letting me share my small bolo. Okay, so here's the deal. It is a small bolo, but many of you probably would not have picked this up. She sold it in 2 days, so it was a fast sale. A lot of times you can pick up these sets at garage sales. So imagine if you had the whole set, probably a bolo if you have the whole set, right? If she sold one for $9.99. Another thing is, if you get a set, you can always look it up 2 ways. Is it better to sell it as a set or to part it out? Which way are you going to make more money? So keep those things in mind when you're listing flatware. This is a kid's small. Hi, Courtney. I'm a big fan and learn a lot from your channel. I was cleaning out a closet filled with 60s and 70s clothes in a closet of my husband's childhood home that we would be soon moving into. So it was no cost to me. Found this Mayo Spruce brand sweatshirt in a small toddler size featuring Lucy Linus and Charlie Brown of the Peanuts gang. It had fading in a small hole. Figured someone else would have thrown it away as a rag, so felt lucky that I was the one to find it. Similar comps were between $200 and $400. I listed it about in the middle at first and sent offers. It had been listed about 3 years, so maybe I had listed too high for the size. I accepted an offer of $65 since sales have been on the slower side. Thanks for sharing. My store is lots of vintage, etc. Shop on eBay and Etsy. Oh, awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, probably the size. That's a toddler and child size are harder to sell, but it's a great bolo. Super cool. I do that too. I list it high and then sometimes I forget to go back in and reduce my prices. And then I'm like, well, that probably would have sold quicker if I would have, after 3 or 4 months of it not selling, reduced my price. But it's a great find. And thank you for watching. And I appreciate you sharing your bolo. All right, here we go. Rare Pyrex, ruby red and clear etched half moon pattern casserole dish. And if you guys haven't shared your bolo for this month, go share. Facebook group at the top under the featured section. Bought for $30 in 2009. I sold too low, but it's not in my cupboard anymore. Can't bake in it. It has arsenic in the red dye. Ooh, that's scary. You can't bake in it? Wow. Ugh. I hope the person buying it knows that. I know most people just display these, but wowza. Wowza, wowza. What'd they sell it for? It looks like they sold it for $179.40, I believe. No, $299. $299. I don't know what this other listing is. I'm confused. Hold on a second, guys. I'm trying to figure this out. Is this the... Okay, yeah, they're showing me they sold it for a best offer of $179. Did I already say that? No, $179. All right, here we go. This is a Starbucks Korea travel mug. Was purchased at a garage sale for $2. It sold for $51.43 with store 15% off. Buyer paid shipping. Leo's Treasures on eBay. Have you guys seen one of these before? Huh. How many of you guys are selling Starbucks mugs? Do you do pretty good? Let me know in the comments. Hanes Comfort Flex Men's String Bikini. Discontinued. Paid $2 at a bin store. Sold last night for $40. And he said his mom said he could have got more. That's funny. All right, here we go. This is mine. And I just want to show you guys that used crayons sell. Okay, they're not exactly crayons. They are painting crayons. So they're a little bit more special, more for an artist. Let me see. Where did I got these at an estate sale. It was in a bulk lot, so probably have less than $1 in it. I decided to put these together because they're all the same. And I sold them for $14.99 and the buyer paid shipping. Not a crazy bolo, but just something kind of unexpected that I wanted to share with you guys. I love selling art supplies. This yarn, okay, let's talk about the yarn. This stuff was listed since 2022. Now, I'm going to say I had another batch that I got the same day in a different color, and it sold very fast. Okay. For some reason, this color it took longer, but this is mohair. And I was very, very patient. Okay. I priced it on the high side. I paid $5 at a thrift store for it, and I ended up selling it for $101. Now, you say, but it was listed for 3 years. It was listed for 3 years. And I'm like, I list it and I forget it. I throw it in the tote and I forget about it. I'll wait 3 years to sell something for $100 that I'm not even thinking about. I got other things to do, like Whatnot. Come hang out with me on Whatnot. So anyway, yeah, so definitely a Bolo. Maybe I priced it too high, but again, the other one sold super fast. So I don't know. Maybe it wasn't super fast, but it was much faster than 3 years. All right, this is a 2002 what do you call it? Olympic Games. I sold this for a best offer of $75 and the buyer paid shipping. All right, you guys, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Check out the description of the video for those what do you call it? List Perfectly tutorials. And I also have the Whatnot tutorials down there and all of my referrals and affiliates that I use. So check those out for things that I use for my business. And I thank you guys so much for being here, and I will see you soon. Thanks for watching.